So I've just taken a painkiller and an anti-spasmodic muscle relaxant. I mean, 'cause pills are cost-benefit analysis, but hey, they work. You know, stick to what you know until you can learn better. Um, and I was just playing with Lucky in the hall, because Lucky has a lot more energy than I do, and Lucky deserves. I can only, for the past year, maybe, I can only, at most, manage to take him out morning and night, twice a day. And he has been wonderful. How he loving me. I mean, it's like I just climbed up here and cut this on and... Fuck, that would be a son of a bitch thing if my... Because my back... Yeah, that's my injury. That's not. Thank you, Orisman. You know, and thank you, Slaters Lane, because, you know, as I'm sitting out there rolling the ball to Lucky, I think of, I think it was just yesterday that Dr. Bitch comes up with, "You're not allowed to have your dog in the hallway." Well, you know, if anything, I am an exception to the rule. Statistical outlier. You know, I am a permanently disabled veteran with significant injuries and major anxieties. And all I'm doing is rolling the ball with my dog in a hallway that nobody else that lives on the hallway complains about. You, little miss, live on some other hallway, can mind your own fucking business. 'Cause I'm doing the best I can. Slaters Lane, 501 Slaters Lane, 22314. And that's... Yes, my love, I need to smoke more. I know. And that kind of all comes... The reason why I wanted to do this video is because it is Thursday, February 25th, 2016 at 11:14 a.m. and art at 2 o'clock. I have an appointment with the building manager that I have scheduled and he was really sweet about, so that I could introduce myself and to explain to him the options I have left. But at the moment I have no plan on, and I have no intention on keeping that appointment in 2.5 hours, whatever, because I just popped some fucking pills, and because my pain is... Notice how animated I normally am, and yeah, I ain't moving. Because our behavioral psychology says everything about us. We wear our lives like clothes if you just open your eyes to see. You know, and, alright, art, 2 o'clock. One, I am a permanently disabled veteran that has lived a sensational life filled with marketing gold, all the way down to my refusing to allow my combat veteran ex to spend life in prison because he tried to murder me. Actually, he did murder me because I died twice. I'm just too much of a stubborn bitch to stay dead. So, let's just back up. Deep breath. I don't want to put you on the defensive because this is me going out of my way to inform and educate. Because the only way opposition, as others have made themselves to be, the only way they know about the positive escape route I have left for them as if I teach them. Okay, so consider this me teaching. And sorry, but you're the new middleman. Good luck. Just remember, there's lots to learn. See. Okay? Now, what I did in the military, basically, we'll just say that, well, I'll just explain it as my specialty has always been getting people to do things they otherwise wouldn't normally do. In the Army, it's called psychological operations. PSYOP is 50% of special operations. Special operations is the sibling to special forces. Fort Bragg and everything, but special forces is the one that, special forces is the bigger brother that gets lots of attention and, okay. Mad respect, I love you. But you know what? When people talk about spooks and movies and stuff, and everybody goes like, ooh, whatever. Oh, the pills must be kicking in. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. The pills are starting to kick in. Thank God. Oh, right? You can see me starting to get a little bit more animated is the pain. Because, shit's not binary. Binary code and very little else are the only things that are binary. Welcome to living more than a one-dimensional life, because no man is an island. Anyway, people mention spooks. Ooh, everybody gets kind of spooked. There's good reason for that. And what I have carefully constructed, all the way down to the web address, media, M3dia.media. Media.media, but the first E is a 3. Oh, wow. Let's just look at the behavioral psychology in that one for a second. First off, your subconscious catches everything. That's why hypnosis works down to the micro detail. Your subconscious catches everything. Your consciousness is the filter that, normally I guess the best way to explain this is just make it really fucking simple with one example of primacy and recency. Your brain normally catches the first thing and the last thing. It's called primacy and recency. Which means the stuff that's slammed in the middle, your consciousness is not as likely to retain, which means it goes straight into the subconscious. Okay, look at Darren Brown. Darren Brown, feel free to Google, please. Darren Brown has tons of stuff. Keith Berry too. Keith Berry's more of a teacher. Teacher application. Keith Berry, Darren Brown, both of which are British, which, oh my God, the British and the Canadian and Camp X declassed manuals for, the beginning of teaching us this shit. The Brits were better at it than we were. They always have been. Actually, we've been a really bad student. The United States Army isn't even very good at PSYOP. I know, because I already had a master's degree, international experience, and significant professional and life experience before I even chose to enlist in PSYOP at 28. I just look real good for my age. So, yeah. Let's just keep it really simple and say I'm really, really, really good at manipulation. My mentors were the people in the TV show Lie to Me. Okay? That's observation and detection. What about application? Well, you gotta learn what right is before you can screw with it. And guess what? Although Janine Driver, love her, And JJ Newberry, ATF, JJ, more than career military impressive. And yeah, also Paul Ackman, that happens to be a really awesome academic, carrying forward initial concepts that he never tested or applied. Well, even looking at Lie to Me, that just gives you a very Hollywood sensationalized glimpse of what reality is, not even factoring application. I'm the application. And media, first in with the me, the 3, dot media, type it in your web address the browser web addy thing, type that in. See where it leads you. I have very carefully, meticulously constructed a social minefield. And trust me, the reasonable course, factoring one's self-preservation, is to follow the instructions I have given them, because I have assured that it is very, very painful to do otherwise. Welcome to America. It's called free speech. But hey, wait. Let's flash back to my ex. With my injuries, neck broken in 3 places, jaw broken in 2 places, forehead shattered, it's now 4 metal plates, brain busted in 5 places, requiring a partial lobotomy of the right frontal lobe, 2 brain surgeries, and 3 months in a coma. It is a miracle that I lived, and there is literally no precedent for my recovery. I believe it's faith, but hey, let's stick to the logic, the practical, the what I can prove. I know for a fact I could potentially, all the way up to, get away with murder. Quite literally. Because I tested, applied, and successfully utilized that clause by getting my ex-boyfriend released with a slap on the hand. That's right. And I've got a way better story and way worse injuries than he does. So by me claiming, accurately, rightfully, honest to God, truly stating, I am a very good, very caring, very loving, very sacrificial person. I am what my a spiritual mother calls a servant personality. I am also a fucking juggernaut, bitch. You know, I am mentally unwell enough to labels and judgments. Notice all these things, labels and judgments. They will always hold us back. And because I have carefully watched and viewed, planned and laid, every link at the top of media is another entire website casting a full worldwide social net of entrapment / empowerment. Trust me, I have done my job very, very well. And Doc Bitch and Marina Towers are just 2 very small initial fish test cases. Not even test cases, because honestly, I'm not even sweating it. You know, yes, I can call her a bitch, and the police can come, and guess what? I don't even gotta answer my door. Because there is nothing to be held over me, and nothing I'm ashamed of. The absolute worst thing anybody could try to hold over me is that I am a medical smoker. And if anyone tries to use that against me, I promise it will backfire. Because my brothers have my 6. And guess what? That would be an unpopular battle to pick. I keep to myself. I do my own thing. I handle my business. I handle myself as well as I possibly can, even to the degree of refusing to permit transgression. That's all I've done. That's all I want to do. And the beautiful thing is that as long as I stick to all I want to do anyway, which is lead, promote contrition and change, and fucking be a non-transgressive version of myself, there really isn't anything that can be done to me that will result in anything less than adding to my momentum. For whoever the chosen opposition is at the time, I kind of figure it like social quicksand. And I'm the one lowering you the rope out. The more one wiggles against, the more they get sucked in. And I am the only one with the path out. Because one, I'm lowering the rope. Two, I've laid a minefield. And I'm the only one, well, no, I'm fucking telling everybody where the fucking path is. And to stray from the path is your problem, not mine. And the inadequacy of others and the transgressions of others are not my fucking problem. And I got free speech. I got disabled veteran plus, plus, plus. And I got the service and the example of my life to say, hey, I stand on the fact that I'm standing on. What are you standing on? You are dismissed, young lady. Because age does not equate wisdom or experience. And I'm even, no, let me back up, not even, especially because of my brain damage. Because look at the science. Chunks of the brain are missing. Chunks of the brain is dead. Busting, I can only imagine, right? Brain dries out, if nothing else, and bam. So the brain being a highly adaptive organ, it neural remaps. It neural remaps into fresh tissue. So, oh my God, you're neural remapping basically into a fresh laboratory with a psychosocial neurological experiment where the experimenter has nothing to lose but to give myself every opportunity, and bam, I excel. I've even been importing legally Russian supplements during my brain recovery to amplify. I was taking Lumosity, I've been taking pills. I am the scientist that got damaged in my own blast and have healed myself beyond experimental expectation. And by the way, did I mention the science is manipulation? Yeah, I definitely need to smoke more. I'm getting more aggressive and clearly still in pain. Point is, this is about 20 minutes. We said, hey, about 15 at 2 o'clock, whatever, here you go. This was not a dialogue anyway. It was never going to be. I have no intention in what you have to respond. This is my courtesy call. And guess what? I'm already up on the web, showing everything, just to make sure there is no leverage over me. There's nothing anybody can do to intimidate me, frighten me, scare me, bully me, whatever. Those two last fucks I giveth died. And I am sitting pretty. Welcome to the world, Helen Keller. I called the shots like Babe Ruth. It's up to you whether you listen or not, because I'm still moving forward. Oh, and I decided, okay, so Marina Tower leads the project. They get to manage Doc Bitch and the contribution of their finances. So Marina Towers gets to bilk everything they can out of Doc Bitch as her contrition because I told her if she continued to harass me, I would make sure her and her husband's retirement was penny pinched. Marina Towers, you're both going to contribute to apartments in the building for the advantage of purplecombatboots.com. Feel free to look it up. Or just it's on the link at the top of the thing as well, because trust me, I have laid this social minefield, this social net. I've not done it all the way because I plan to pass it off. I'm calling it too viral to fail instead of too big to fail because I don't want to manage this. And if I'm resting these laurels on a cult of personality, it needs to be the masses, not an individual. So you might want to realize that I'm actually really drawing on the most effective techniques of war and manipulation known in history. Imagine the Nazis without Hitler. Imagine Nazis without the graphics, without the social conditioning, without the everything that made the movement more than a man, everything that made Hitler a charismatic speaker, even if you didn't know what the hell he was saying. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yeah, anyway, so I've decided John McHugh's lovely little role to play in all this is, hey, your failure is doing enough for veterans, and then your pride and how your pride costs lives, sir. Anyway, John McHugh's act of contrition for his allowing his pride to impact human lives he swore to protect. His act of contrition is to manage the project of this 24/7 veteran suicide safe house. So if you're having a really fucking rough night and you just can't be alone, rock up, you're among friends. Because that is the shit that saves lives. And Little Miss Sally the Widow and the Marine, thank you for your service, or wearing the rank of your husband's service. And your contrition is to fall under John McHugh in leading this project for getting the fucking mission met. And feel free to teach Doc Bitch a lesson, because that of which Sally the Widow and the Marine do know about service, she does not. Teach away. Yeah. Art Doc. No, sorry, I was thinking, anyway, Art, 2 o'clock. Brain damage, get out of jail free card. There is literally nothing that can be done to me that I haven't already overcome at least twice, including my own death. So if you really want to push this line, brace for impact. Happy hunting.